got the name Nene from my first nephew, Michael, who about 6 months old started calling me Nene. And that was 40 some years ago, and it's stuck ever since. I loved babies from the time I was very young. They let me help in the nursery when I was like 8 and 9. They allowed me in that Ann Arbor nursery when I was 12, which they didn't allow anybody but adults. But the babies liked me, and I was responsible, so they let me work in the nursery. And then when I was 17, I was in charge of the church nursery. Eventually, I was able to open my own in-home daycare. And I had a lot of babies go through my daycare and was able to hopefully touch their lives and their parents' lives, because they always knew I was a Christian and, God was most important. And so we taught the kids. They grew up watching Gaither videos. I'd have them in their little bouncer chairs, and Carmen videos, and all the little boys would pretend they were Carmen and fighting the devil with their swords and singing his songs. And I did that till my health got so bad that I just couldn't, because it was a full-time job. I didn't know for a long time, but I had chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia, and I was sleeping 1.5 to 5 hours a night for over 2 years, and it's like, I just don't have the strength to do this anymore. So when I had to quit, it's like, yeah, no, this is not gonna be good. So I went to the doctors, I went to the rheumatologist, I went to trying to find some way that I could go back to work. And in going to the rheumatologist, they did a bunch of blood work, and that's when they discovered the GMUS was precancer to multiple myeloma. I would spend nights just crying because the pain was so horrific, and it always seemed to get worse at night. I'd go on Facebook and ask for prayer when it was so intense. But God got me through it all, got me through all the pain and whenever I'd spend time with the kids, it was exhausting. I'd have them for slumber parties, and it's like, I needed it for the mental well-being. So it got to the point finally about in July of 2018, the exhaustion and stuff was worse. Well, the end of October, I had blood work done, yearly blood work from my doctor, and she called me and said, it's no longer you have cancer. I had already decided years ago I was not doing chemo because I don't react well to things. And I knew that whatever time I had left, I didn't want to spend it in bed, sick. I wanted to enjoy every moment I could with my babies, and with my family, and getting to go to lunch with my friend once in a while, and continuing to meet with my pastor every week, even though I couldn't go sit through a church service. And that was just not an option I was taking. I have this tremendous peace and joy in the decision I made. What's really hard for me is watching those I care about hurting and going through hard times, and that kills me. People will say, you need to just, not do this or not do that. I said, no. I'm going to see them and spend as much time with them as I possibly can. That's why I chose the no treatment route, so that I could be part of their lives for as long as I can be part of their lives. Even the few hours, that I spend with them or whatever. Yeah, it's exhausting, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. the extra pain, the extra hurt, the other extra weakness. I would not give that up because I want to spend as much time with him as I possibly can. And my prayer is that they will just all see God through this. My greatest desire through all of this, through life, is that all the people I love and care about, my family, my nieces, my nephews, my great nieces, my great nephews, the ones I haven't even met yet, is that they understand how important a relationship is with Jesus, and that they accept him as their Lord and Savior, and realize you can't just go in it and still live. You can't say I've accepted him and live like the world. You're making a sacrifice, and it's not an easy life. It's much easier to serve the devil, and because then he's not coming against you all the time. Living a life for Christ and walking in relationship with him is probably one of the hardest things that you will ever do, but it is so worth it in the end. And I want to see all of them in heaven again.